A dream is a lot like a seed. It must be planted, nurtured, watered, and most of all, it must be cared for. It takes a lot of work to make a seed grow, but sometimes that isn't even enough. It takes a lot of love, passion, and a little bit of luck. This is exactly how Shade Tree Nursery was born.
My name is Cotty Jackson. I'm with Shade Tree Nursery, owner-operator. My dad's name was Cotty Jackson Sr. He was retired military, got out of the service, and was just absolutely fascinated by trees and landscaping.
A father of four, Cotty Jackson Sr.'s dream of opening a tree nursery started close to home. Actually, it started right in the backyard.
Starting in 1971 as a part-time business, planting trees from acorns all the way from little seedlings, starting from little leaf cuttings and grow them in little Winn-Dixie cups all the way to full-size shrubs. Us growing up as kids, that was part of our daily routine, our chores. That was something that we were just raised in, growing trees and shrubs.
Cotty Sr. was ready to see his small business grow to its full potential, but that required Cotty Jr. to be involved, something he never wanted to do. That was until life intervened. At the age of 19, Cotty Jr. was involved in a serious car crash, after which doctors discovered an undiagnosed medical condition with his heart. It required him to have a heart valve transplant.
Whenever I got out of high school, I wanted to get far away from the nursery business and went back to help my dad while I was recovering when I was almost 20, and just found another love for the game on the nursery and of the growing side, just helping him out, and I knew that it was for me.
Cotty Jr. has 3 siblings, and not one of them saw themselves carrying on their father's dream either. But
it just kind of sort of happened. I just kind of fell in. I guess it just felt right and everything clicked.
I didn't see myself doing this when I was younger. I was licensed to do hair before I did this, and then we got so busy that we just, we all come into this all at different times, as the business grew. So I really never did see myself doing it until I started doing it.
It took a lot of sacrifices to get the nursery off the ground.
Everybody was working one job and coming on their days off and after work to fill in where they could, and then it was hard because you was literally holding down 2 fronts. But once everything got rolling, it was all well worth it.
Cotty Sr. passed away August 25th, 1995, leaving behind his legacy. More than 20 years later, his dream is fully realized by his sons, daughter, and his son-in-law.
We built this business from the ground up. We built our office ourselves. We did everything, the fence, the posts with the signs on. I mean, we did everything ourselves, because we didn't have a lot of money to start off with.
We jumped in this just like a lot of people do today, jumping into a business and thinking you had a great plan going in. My first business plan was wrecked in a month. Luckily, we was able to get over it, but we didn't even know how to separate profit from overhead for tax issues and accounting. The school of hard business knocks is what we went through. When we first started off was trying to build a customer base. We needed to work for the customer today, but we needed to work for them 25 years ago. Then we knew that going into it, that you won't survive in a nursery business because it's considered a throwback of the ma and pa, old time. Go down to your local nursery, get some local advice on something that's growing, whether it's pest control or just growing a shrub or how much to water grass. You can go anywhere and get product. You can buy a shrub, a tree at Lowe's. Our job is to make sure you get the right tree. We have to sell the product, but we also have to sell you a service and knowledge along with the product.
One of the things Shade Tree credits to their success is their loyal customers.
There's nothing we can put more emphasis on than the loyal customer base. Our business it's no different than a restaurant. You have to have repeat customers.
So my name is Tim McMahill and I'm 60 years old. I'm a customer of Shade Tree Nursery. We have had a relationship with Shade Tree for probably 25 years. Wichita Falls, because we're such a small community, you really have to support local. Cotty and Christina and Michael's expertise on plants in this area, I mean, everything, if you panned around this yard, you'd see their work, and everything's green. I mean, we've just been very happy with what they've put in our backyard. I mean, I consider them part of my family. When they come do a job, they come do it and then they leave. They don't come and piecemeal you in. Those guys are busting their tails. I mean, they're working till 7, 8 o'clock at night, getting things done to where they're in here and getting it done, getting out of here. They're just a good family and good hard-working family, and their crew's good hard-working guys.
You're only as good as the people you have working for you. And there's nothing more true about that. There's nothing better than having long-time employees and loyal employees. That's the secret to our success, if you really want to know the brass tacks of it.
One employee in particular has been rooted there for 19 years, a staple to the nursery, and he's developed a fan base.
I want to give a shout out to David. David's my man over there at Shade Tree. He's just one of the guys that I've just developed a friendship with, coming over here in the backyard, and he loves donuts.
I'm David Donnell Fleets. I'm 60 years old. Fit to be 61 in June. I'm a landscaper. I'm 19 years. I've seen him come and go.
Back in 1999, Dave was working with a temporary labor company, looking for a place to make a living.
They give you a sheet of paper and you take it to the job and say, I'm here to report for work, you know. But they already had enough people, so Mike, he came in and Christina asked, he said, you want to go and put him to work? He said, yeah, let's try him out. Now I'm like, yes. So I worked hard. And they kept on telling me to come back. Then the owner of the place, Cotty, asked me, he said, David, how much did they pay you? I said, a minimum wage. They said, well, you don't no longer work for them, you work for us now. I said, okay. That's all I was looking for, you know. I've been here ever since.
Starting their business was no easy task, but little did they know, their biggest trial was yet to come. One that could crush everything they worked for. And it was all summarized in one word.
Anybody in the green industry, the word drought is scary and hard times both.
Well, we was in a drought really starting back about late 2012, and then 13 got pretty serious. Then 14 and 15 just got, we got down to 18.9% of our actual water capacity. And after the new study come out through TECQ, we were actually down to about 13% of drinking water. We went 13 straight months with 3 inches of rain. The driest deserts in the world get more than 3 inches a year. We were already in business about 20 years by then. We were all scared, every one of us. Our employees, my sisters, my brothers, me, our family, our kids were even scared. When the drought hits and there is no water, and you're in a living industry, green industry that we are, it's totally different. We could have set our trees outside our gate with a freeze sign on them, and I guarantee you they'd still been there when we got back. Before it started raining, we had all sat down and discussed a date that we couldn't go much further than beyond that date, and that was probably the saddest I think I've ever been in my entire life, knowing that we could lose everything we built up and had no control over it.
But then, the heavens opened up and rain finally came to Wichita Falls. An answered prayer.
Once the drought broke, it was better than winning the lottery, because I knew that rain saved our business. We went from having zero workload. Within 3 weeks after the drought broke, we were booked up in advance for about 11 months straight, all within a 3-week period. That's how fast the job started lining back up for us. It's changed everybody's way of thinking and everybody's way of doing business. We've changed the product we bring in from water-loving plants to more drought-tolerant plants.
After surviving their biggest obstacle, There isn't much the nursery couldn't withstand. There's just one question left. Who will take over the family business once Cody Jr., Michael, Christina, and Dean are gone? There are 3 immediate potential successors: Cody Jr.'s son, Keaton, and Dean and Christina's children, Kelsey and Braden. But their career paths are currently different than their parents.
Our son and daughter have already graduated college and started their careers, and my brother-in-law's son is the only, the other youngest one, but he's in college right now, going to college for nursing. So there's not really anybody that, down the road, if we are at some point not able to keep doing it, we don't know honestly right now who would take over.
Braden, Kelsey, and Keaton say their parents have always emphasized higher education, and they say, for good reason.
They really want us to pursue education and get a better, so-called better job that's not as physically demanding on a day-to-day basis, just to keep your health up and not wear your body down.
Yeah. And I think if it would have been something that would have been like a true passion of one of ours, they may have been okay with it if that was really what we wanted to do. And we've all seen the struggles of the drought and like having a job that doesn't have insurance and everything else, and I mean just the hard labor of having to work there. I think it really made us all realize that we have to do not better for ourselves, but we have to choose different paths.
Obviously it's something that we've grown up with, and it would be really weird for the family business to be shut down because it's just been a part of our life for so long. It's something that our parents had passion for and their parents had passion for, and to see it kind of die down or end, it'd be kind of sad.
I'd feel more comfortable with a close friend to take it over,
Well, I think any family that would be sort of like ours and take care of it and treat the customers as we treat them and just do the work, live up to the standards, that's what I would be most concerned with, because I wouldn't want to sell it to someone else and see the image go down, because that would be almost worse in my opinion than closing down permanently.
Our work is extremely hard work. It's very physical, labor intense, and the words of my late father, he always told me, there's one thing you don't see in life. You don't see old landscapers. It's just a demanding job, and you better love it. I'm looking forward to the next 15 years. I figure I set my deal at 65 or 62, somewhere in there, and the story will still go on. The day I walk out there, I'm hoping that my brother Michael, Christina, and Dean, we all kind of started together, and we all kind of got to walk out together. That's kind of been my vision of it, We all leave together at the same time, and that's to be determined.